Japanese feel to it.
Kenny Omega!
Kenny.
Feel-good moment in the world of professional wrestling.
Man, he set out to change the world.
This isn't making it any more easy, guys. But thank you.
Sorry not to get emotional here. Maybe the greatest of all time.
It was a little over a year ago. I checked myself into a hospital and I was given the bad news that I had something called diverticulitis. And for those who don't know what that is, well, it took 2 feet of my intestines from me. And if I hadn't checked myself in, when I did, the doctor had told me, Kenny, you'd have been dead.
Buddha him dying or Buddha him surviving?
For the past year, it's been this roller coaster ride.
What? I don't even know what they're saying.
Upon a successful surgery, of course, I had 2 questions. Number 1, Doc, how long is recovery gonna be? And number 2, when is it that I can get back in a ring? And the doctor told me, he said, Kenny, you'd be lucky if you could return to your normal way of life. Let alone return to the ring, let alone return to the Kenny Omega that you used to be.
The amount of time doctors be telling wrestlers this and wrestlers just go the opposite
Being
way.
a professional wrestler and doing what we do, of course, you push things a little too hard.
Doesn't make the greatest
I
look
ended
out
up
of
being in the
doctors.
hospital 4 more times for a period of 4 more weeks at a time.
Damn, 4 months in the hospital.
And I had to really ask myself, is this even worth it? Can I even do it? And I can't lie. There was a moment in time when I felt like maybe giving up was the safest option. And once I considered that option, I realized, what purpose do I even have? What purpose do I even have on this planet if I don't have you people with me? A few days ago, I tested that theory. And I found my purpose in Tokyo, Japan, just like I found my purpose here tonight. And that is, if I'm not in this ring in front of you people every single week, giving you everything that I have, then I'm just not living.
One day you're not going to be able to do that anymore, Kenny, and that's okay.
That Kenny Omega can be the best, that he can be the god of professional wrestling, then I am not living. So even though I might not be the same guy, even though I can't do the things that I used to be able to do, this new version of Kenny Omega, the one that isn't concerned about money, the one that isn't concerned about power, the one that isn't concerned about revenge, this version of Kenny Omega can still prove that he is the...
Now as Don Callis, the man White literally stabbed Kenny Monster Machine taking the cleaner apart. That is Brian Cage. Cage and Archer doing Don Callis' dirty work here tonight, of course. The Machine just dragging the carcass of Omega, who did not move kind of hard into play, but he's trying to fight his way. He's ready to go. Now look at this 2-on-1, but Omega undaunted. And into the fray comes Kyle Fletcher. Oh, come on. Fletcher. A right hand. That's 3-1 now.
Young Buck.
We should be shocked. We should be disappointed. But this is unfortunately expected behavior. Cowardly. No. Right in the abdomen. The Machine.
Young Buck.
The body blow from Brian Cage. Omega in dire straits here.
Young Buck.
Cage won $100,000. Don Callis and Will Ospreay perhaps finding common cause with Kenny Omega, but will these two men ever be able to bury the hatchet? Oh, wait. A tense standoff, so much history between these two men. Kenny Omega returning to Dynamite, maybe not quite how he wanted, but Ian, Daddy Magic, it feels good to have Kenny Omega back home, back in all Elite Wrestling.
Because the Silent P said so.